Hi friends, I'm out here at the cemetery where our son's body is buried, and I am just here to give you a reminder of the importance of driving carefully as you're going to work in the mornings. You know, it's been summertime, kids have not been out, but they're going to be out on Thursday morning here in Minidoka County, and so I just urge you to be as cautious as you possibly can. These little kids are excited to get to school. They're excited to see their friends and to meet their new teacher, and they're probably not using the best judgment. And so I beg you, be careful. The sun is low in the sky in the east, and it glares on the windshield this time of year. And so you don't always see what's in front of you. I'm going to ask that if you take any kind of mind-altering drug, that you just do us all a favor and stay home so that you can be attentive and use care in getting yourselves to work. This little boy is not really here. This is where his body is laid to rest. Someday this grave is going to open up, and we're all going to be caught up in the clouds forever to be with the Lord. And as it says in Thessalonians, and that's what gives me hope. A lot of people find comfort in visiting grave sites, and that's wonderful. But this is not the place I like to be, because I have the tendency to think along more earthly terms when I'm out here. And I know that Ryan is not here, that he's with Jesus and he's bouncing on the springy turf of heaven. And he is having the best time, and he's getting to know David and Moses and Elijah and all those great prophets of old. And he is dancing around the throne of God, and he is meeting with Jesus face to face. And he is experiencing the glories of heaven, and I praise God for that. But there's something about this cold, hard stone that just makes me sad. And so I come out here very, very seldom, but I thought it would help to have this poignant reminder that would really drive it home. Usually I just post on Facebook and remind everyone to be careful. Sometimes I write letters to the editor, but this year I decided to do this. And I had a little bit of a hard time just a few minutes ago. I just purchased a 5th grade backpack for a little boy. We had to sign up for what it was that we would boy or girl, and what grade level we would like to purchase school supplies for a child. And of course, I picked a 5th grade boy because that's the grade Ryan was going into that morning. I said goodbye. My last words to him were, "It's going to be a good year, bud." I called him Bud. And he said, "Yeah, Mom." And he turned around and took off. And then it was just a few minutes later that we heard the screech of brakes. And there's a story. Oh man, there is a story that goes along with this, and I hope that you'll ask me about it. I'm not going to take the time to put it on, but it is an incredible story of his last morning with us. But he was on his way to school, and he loved school, and he was so excited, and someone hit him with the car. This woman was heading into the sun, and he was excited, and it was partially his fault too, because he didn't stop and look both ways like I had told him to do multiple times. So anyway, hug your kids extra hard. Will you do that for me? And love them large. Sometimes I wish I'd have loved Ryan more if it were possible, but oh, I can't wait to get my hands on him. This little boy right here. This was what he looked like. I think he was probably about 2 years old when he was hit by the car on the first day of school. He was 10. He would have been 11 the following November. It happened on August 25th. This picture of our family was taken just a few weeks before we lost him. And this was the last family picture we have of all of us together. You'll see that it looks very much like this picture that's on his headstone. He was a real little boy, and he had a personality, and he was funny, and he was smart, and he was talented. Oh, he had a voice. He could sing so beautifully. And he was an artist, and he was learning from our neighbor who was spending time actually working with him. And oh, I forgot I brought that. I almost forgot to put this up. This is one of his paintings. He was special, and he was a good boy. He would have done anything for his sisters. He was generous. He was giving. He was kind. He was compassionate. He was awesome, and he loved his mama. And I miss him. But there's another little boy. He's going to have school supplies. He's going to have scissors. I have prayed over every single one of these as I was picking them out. I didn't expect it to be so hard, and I didn't expect to be so emotional. But it was actually kind of bittersweet because I remember the last backpack I bought him and the supplies that I put in it. And so I just pray that the Lord will bless this little boy, whoever he is, and that he would raise him up to be a mighty warrior for Christ, and that God would just bless him and watch over him as he grows, and that someday I'll be able to meet him in heaven. I'm looking forward to that. So hopefully this little video that I'm bringing your way will cause you to pause and think a little bit as you're out there driving. Hurrying to work, as you no doubt will be on Thursday morning, and I'm not sure where school starts in these other areas that are listening, but I just pray that God will protect all the children out there. Keep his hand upon them as they walk to school. God bless you all.